Hello, everyone. It's Harry again. It's Friday evening. So I thought I'd give a little bit more background details about who I am as a person and why I felt that I needed to do some posts on YouTube like everybody else. And I really found the last little while, especially the last 5 years, that there's not a lot of information that I can relate to in books or in the internet. And even though there's information about this, it just doesn't sink in the same way as having somebody be there with you and kind of talk you through stuff because it doesn't seem the same. So, in 1992, in December, I stopped drinking. I was a serious drinker. I was an alcoholic, and I was a mess. And in December of 1992, I stopped drinking. And here we are in 2011. And I haven't had the obsession to drink since then. But with that came a whole bunch of other things as well. And for anyone that's in a 12-step program or in any kind of recovery from addiction, we know that this is something that's with us all the time. So a year after I stopped drinking, I decided to stop smoking, and I did that as well too. And for the first 10 years of the program, it was amazing. I was learning new things. I probably have every self-help book in my library. I read compulsively, and I probably do a book every week. And I came to the realization probably 2, 3 years ago that, you know what? I'm not broken. I really don't need to be fixed. I've done so much work on myself. And that was really a revelation to me. I really didn't need to, buy the next brand new self-help book that was out there. And trust me, I did. For the longest time, like I said, we probably have every book ever written in our library. And I started to notice a pattern in the reading. And it was basically the same thing in all of them. And it just took me a longer time to realize that I'm not broken. I don't need to be fixed. I'm a work in progress, and it's okay. You know what? For it's quite an achievement to stop drinking. It's quite an achievement to stop smoking. Now, if I could just put food into the same kind of category, it'd be great. And trust me, that's a work in progress as well. The the biggest thing, the biggest change in my life, especially the last 2 years, 3 years, has been my career. And I don't know if this is part of getting older, but I find myself, especially the last couple of years, for those that don't know me that well, I had a business and I was basically pushed out of my own business, and with that came feelings of betrayal, which is really interesting in itself. And with that betrayal comes two really distinctive feelings. One of them is anger, and the other one is guilt. And I'll elaborate more on that a little bit later, but I can tell you that what's happened in the last couple of years is I have had challenges and problems feeling any kind of satisfaction in my career. And for years, I could be, I was one of these long-term employees. And ever since I've been in recovery and ever since I've been in the program, I've just found that my value hasn't been there. And my job satisfaction has dropped off the end of the planet. There's been times over the last year where I've taken work thinking that it was going to be different. And then at the end of 2 or 3 weeks go, why did I take this? Why did I do this? Right? And I always come back to the same thing. We have to live, we have to pay bills. But I think I'm not alone in this. I know for a fact that I'm not alone in this. I talk to 10, 20, 30 people at different stages in their lives all the time. This is not a new thing. I think it's just how I need to learn how to manage that whole feeling. And trust me, it's a new one. Um, I'm one of those people that can manifest work quickly and rapidly, and some people marvel at my ability to be able to do that, where they can't do the same thing. And you know what? Sometimes it's a gift, sometimes it's not. I, in the last 2 years, I've taken 3 or 4 different roles and said to them, this is not for me, right? And it's sometimes for the oddest reasons. It's a feeling, it's an intuition. And I now look back on it over the last little while. It was a good thing that I had that feeling, because none of them worked out for the person that moved into that role that I didn't take, or that I didn't stay in, or something happened that was not meant to happen. I didn't need to be there. I also know enough to know now that I have to be okay with where I'm at today. I may not like it. I may not like the feelings that come with that, but that's what it is. So that's it for today. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and I look forward to chatting with you soon.